Here we go. Martin got turned by Joey Logano on that one.
And look at him.
Big crash. Several cars involved, and it all got started when Logano got Mark Martin.
Truex is in it. Mark Martin's in it. See the
Stewart's in it.
33.
Sorry, guys.
Like Castle's in it.
Wow.
We will get a second attempt at a green-white checker.
Half the field's gone.
See the damage for pole sitter Mark Martin. Let's go high above and watch the restart.
Ran out of room.
Regan Smith got a piece. See Travis Kvapil climbing in. David Rudiman.
Yeah, I'm not. You know, when you look at that, Mark's there and Logano's there. I don't know where Mark was going. Yeah, to be honest with you, you know what I mean? I mean, look, Joey couldn't really go anywhere. They all were trying to get to the same place on the racetrack for whatever reason. I don't know why Mark tried to jump off the back of the group he was in. But of course he doesn't have a partner anymore.
Green, 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 green.
Boy, Harvick got up in front of Menard. About as nice as you can do it right there.
And left Joey all by himself on the inside right there.
Yep. But see how much time they lost by doing, even at that. See what I was talking about? They lost, you know, a couple of seconds there on the front two rows. Now they're going to have to get some steam and go.
But there's the 4 car pushing the 20, and the 20 has no partner now, and the 4 car has no partner.
Harvick and Menard lost some ground as well.
Joey Logano to the outside there with the 4 car of Casey Kane.
Larry called it. Logano to the outside and to the lead. Big shove by Casey Kane on the outside.
That was a huge shove. He got just enough off those guys.
They had to lift.
Shuffled out.
He got a little bit out of shape there. Newman had to get out of the gas, and that was it.
Here we come down to the white flag. 1 lap to go for David Ragan.
Clear, all clear. 1 faster, double wide.
And look who's right behind Kenseth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has joined the party.
Watch Harvick swing high here, though.
Kevin Harvick's been known to break hearts at Daytona. He did it to Mark Martin in 2007 in the Daytona 500. He won this race 1 year ago. David Ragan, a half a lap away from his first victory.
It's now time, isn't it, for the 20?
It's time for the 20 to do something, or...
1 back, 3 right 10.
I tell you,
they're wrecking behind him.
David Ragan.
Behind the race leader.
David Ragan.
No caution yet. David Ragan coming back to the start-finish line.
They're wrecking again.
Everywhere now.
They're wrecking again.
Ragan with sweet redemption gets the victory at Daytona.
2 separate wrecks on the last lap.
Great job. Thank you a lot, Matt.
Oh, man, these guys are flying by Newman.
He was a sitting duck.
No kidding. That's the scariest part of it being in a wreck like this, is sitting in the racetrack when guys are coming at you 180 plus miles per hour.
Talked about on the final lap.
Yeah, and it's hard to really say. You see the 9 car get turned, the 9 to 51 and the 00. It's hard to say right there because they're just in the corner of the screen. But in front of these guys, they're wrecking on around the corner here.
All this happened over
right here
in turn 3.
It looks like somebody got. It looks like Castle just slid up the racetrack and got into the left rear of Ambrose.
Yeah, and
he may have got shoved up. You know, by that angle, it's hard to see, but
it is hard. And the 00 had already been in an accident, and so had the 51 car of Landon Castle.
Take a look at it. I saw the 48 right up in the middle. Comes down, and I think the 1 is going to get hooked by, or the 1 and the 88 got together.
Yeah, it's like the
and
1
forget
came.
It. Yeah,
it's like McMurray came down on Junior. Junior got down on the flat, had to come back up on the racetrack, and then, I mean, and this is the second wreck, as you said, and these guys are still just hauling the mail through.
But this is kind of typical for here, for as far as the finish goes.
Look at those
this
guys.
is normally where it happens. Those guys are finishing wrecking up in 3 and 4.
And in the background, that's great.
You can't beat Daytona. Trevor Bayne does it in the Daytona 500, his first career victory. And tonight, I'm sure tears of joy for David Ragan, who's celebrating his first ever win.
That was big.
Well, this will be one celebration. A Coca-Cola driver wins the Coke Zero 400. David Ragan wanted this one bad, especially after what happened in February, as we talked about earlier. Be a lot of celebrating in the Ragan family tonight. Welcome to Victory Lane, my friend.
This is fun. What better place to do it? Daytona. First of all, I got to thank the Lord for looking after me. Sprint, we delivered a win for UPS. How about that? We've been promising all those UPSers out there for a couple of years, and finally got it. Daytona couldn't be any better. A great points night. Coca-Cola, Coke Zero 400. Couldn't be a better night. I got to thank Matt Kenseth for helping me. Our 4 teammates work great together.
You and I talked earlier in the week. This is the one that you wanted because of what happened in the 500. How many times did you relive that restart in your head as you had to do a couple tonight?
Well, everybody kept talking about it, and man, I just tried to zero out, take the positives from it, and move on. But you know, I can't thank my spotter, my crew chief, my team enough. They really humbled me, kept me focused. Matt pushed me to the finish line. The Roush Yates horsepower was great. Doug and Robert Yates back at the house, thanks for all the help. Thanks to fans, Sprint. Not a better night to win.